Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, welcome to ISKCON KR Puram. We are very very fortunate and this is over to you, Prabhu. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी यशोदा नंदन व्रज रंजन यशोदा नंदन व्रज रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu Gandharva Giridhari ki, Nitaya Gaur Siddhanath Premanande, ISKCON KR Puram Dham ki. So, we will study a very important shloka from the Bhagavad Gita. Second chapter, 41st verse. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Gaurachandraya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Nena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Tada Bhagyam Dadati Swapadantikam Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhana Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarobhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Cha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum landhaite girim yat kripatamaham vande shigrum tinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Hare Krishna. So everybody has Gita copy? Where? Home. Now everybody has Gita copy. Raseshwar Krishna Prabhu, can you give Gitas to everyone? Possible? We have? So we may not have.
They can use in mobile also.
I forgot. We are in 21st century. Please open your mobile. Second chapter, 41st verse. Of course, and we are in Bangalore. How can I forget? No, yeah, 2.41. Okay, repeat after me the shloka. Vyavasayatmika buddhir eke hakuru nandana bahushaka khyanantascha buddhayo vyavasayinam
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिर् एकेह कुरु नंदन बहुशाखाह्यनन्तश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम् व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिर् एकेह कुरु नंदन बहुशाखाह्यनन्तश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्. Somebody wants to chant the shloka? Somebody knows?
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिर् एकेह कुरु नंदन बहुशाखाह्यत अनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्.
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि एकेह कुरु नंदन बहुशाखायनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्.
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि एकेह कुरु नंदन
अनंताश्च, not अनंतश्च. बहुशाखाह्य अनंताश्च. Why are you making so much hard work? It's there on the board. Chant, 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 chant.
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि एकेह कुरु नंदन बहुशाखाय अनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्.
Girls.
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि एकेह कुरु नंदन बहुशाखाहि अनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्. व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि एकेह कुरु नंदन बहुशाखाहि अनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्. व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि एकेह कुरु नंदन बहुशाखाहि अनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्. व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि एकेह कुरु नंदन बहुशाखाहि अनन्तश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्.
अनंताश्च. बच्चे बच्चे बोलते हैं, बड़े बोलते नहीं हैं. इतने बच्चे बोल रहा है. In the last 24 years that I have been in ISKCON, I have never seen two Prabhus read together, but always two Matajis read together. It can mean two things. Either Matajis don't want to give up, or they are very united. One of the two. Yeah. So you have to go home, na? Okay, somebody else? Prabhu's.
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिर् एकेह कुरु नन्दन बहुशाखाह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनः.
Okay, thank you. Word by word meaning, translation, purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Vyavasayatmika, resolute in Krishna consciousness. Buddhihi, intelligence. So buddhihi plus ekeha becomes buddhirekeha. That is how it becomes. Eka, only one. Iha, in this world. Guru Nandana, O beloved child of the Kurus. Bahushakaha, having various branches. He, indeed. Anantaha, unlimited. Cha, also. Buddhayaha, intelligence. Avyavasayina, of those who are not in Krishna consciousness. Repeat after me the purport. So the translation first. Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branched. So what we can do is everybody can. Where is it? Just because there is something, I'll repeat. I want you all to read one line from the each. We can start with the bachas. First read from the first line on the board. Somebody can read the first line, you read the second line, like that. Read.
A strong faith that has Krishna consciousness.
That by Krishna consciousness.
That by Krishna consciousness, one will be elevated to the highest perfection of life is called
Vyavasayatmika.
Intelligence. The Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 22.62 states.
Shraddha Shabda Vishwas Koi Shudra Nishai Krishna Bhakti Koile Sarva Karma Krita Hai. Somebody else can read the next line. बस गई वहाँ बोलो तुमने तो बोल दिया somebody new somebody else can speak you speak
Something sublime. When one is engaged in duties of Krishna consciousness, he need not act in relationship to the material world with obligations to family traditions, humanity or nationality.
Okay, somebody here.
Fruitive activities are the engagements of one's reactions from past good or bad deeds. When one is awake in Krishna consciousness, he need no longer endeavor for good results in his activities.
Okay, somebody there. Some of the big matas, not only bachas.
When one is situated in Krishna consciousness, all activities are on the absolute plane, for they are no longer subjected to dualities like good and bad.
Somebody else? Here.
The highest perfection of Krishna consciousness is renunciation of the material consumption of life. This state is automatically achieved by focusing Krishna consciousness.
Somebody there.
The resolute purpose of a person in Krishna consciousness is based on knowledge. Vasudeva Sarvam Iti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. A person in Krishna consciousness is the rare good soul who know perfectly that Vasudeva or Krishna is the root of all manifestations.
Who's reading? Why are you so far? That is why you can't read from there. She looked at the book. Such a good voice, huh? She had a good voice. She was reading from there. Good. But you should improve the sight also. Somebody here?
As by watering the root of a tree, one automatically distributes water to the leaves and branches. So by acting in Krishna consciousness, one can render the highest service to everyone, namely self, family, society, country, humanity, etc. If Krishna is satisfied by one's action, then everyone will be satisfied.
Okay. Mataji's.
Service in Krishna consciousness is, however, best practice under the able guidance of the spiritual master, who is a bona fide representative of Krishna, who knows the nature of the student and who can guide him to act in Krishna consciousness. As such, to be well versed in Krishna consciousness, one has to act firmly and obey the representative of Krishna, and one should accept the instruction of the bona fide spiritual master as one's mission.
Thank you. Bruce.
Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura instructs us in his famous prayers for the spiritual master as follows. Yasya prasadat bhagavan bhagavad prasado yasya prasadan gatiti.
Yasya aprasadam. Yasya prasadat means if somebody is pleased. Yasya aprasadam means somebody is not pleased. Opposite meaning.
Yasya
Prasadan nagati kutopi dhyayan sthuvam stasya yashastri sandhyam vande guru sri charanarvindam. Somebody else can read the translation.
By satisfaction of the spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes silent. And by not satisfying the spiritual master, there is no chance of being promoted to the plane of Krishna consciousness. I should therefore meditate and pray for his mercy 3 times a day and offer my respectful obeisances to my spiritual master.
I wasn't clear where the sound was coming from. Suddenly sound is coming. Yeah. Later on I realized. Okay. Somebody here?
The whole process, however,
Hey, पढ़ चुके हो ना तुम? Give to somebody else. Some other बच्चा. He read the shloka.
The whole process, however, depends on the perfect knowledge of the soul, so beyond the conception of the body.
You also read. Where is it? That's what same problem. Please raise your hand before you speak.
Not theoretically, but
No, let him read. Let him read.
Not theoretically, but practically, when there is no longer a chance for sense gratification manifested in fruitive activities.
Okay, you read. You complete this because you started reading. I don't want to stop you.
one who is the firmly fixed in mind is diverted by various type of spiritual activities.
Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. So this verse is very, very famous because it was one of the verses that inspired Srila Prabhupada to preach in the Western world. Vyavasayatmika buddhi, resolute determination, resolute intelligence, which means like there is a horse running and they say in English, put the blinkers on. You've seen how a horse carriage is drawn? The horse has got blinkers put here. So you cannot see the left or right. You can only see straight. Similarly, Vyavasayatmika buddhi is like that. Ekeha kurunandana. Like you have in the corporate world, you have goal setting, focus, etc. Because we are told that everybody has to do multitasking. In the corporate world, many people say multitasking. Generally, you've seen that Matajis are good at multitasking because they can work also, they can take care of children also, they can cook also. It's multitasking. But corporate world is not just Matajis, Pitajis are also there. So you have to be multitasking, they say. But really speaking, even if you are multitasking, it is like, you trying to be all things to everyone, you end up as nothing to anyone. Everybody's business is nobody's business. So one tries to do many things, he will not do anything. So it's a confusing thing. So the least you can do is to stay focused and work on something. Take one item, do it very well, then go to the next item. Otherwise, in Kerala there is a saying, Rameshwaratil Motta, which means in Rameshwaram they shave the head, just like in Tirupati and other places. So what the barbers do, the first person comes, They shave the head partly. By the time the next customer comes, he is waiting. He starts his second customer. By then the third customer comes, he is. So neither is clear. First one is also incomplete, second one is also incomplete, third one is also incomplete. So you need Vyavasayatmika buddhi, you need clear focus. Srila Prabhupada says that he says that he was inspired by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's purport of this. And Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan, a great Acharya, to whom Bhagavad Gita as it is dedicated. You know that? Bhagavad Gita as it is. It says, to Srila Baladev Vidyabhushana, who presented so nicely the Govinda Bhashya commentary on Vedanta philosophy. So Bhagavad Gita as it is by Srila Prabhupada is dedicated to Baladev Vidyabhushan. And Baladev Vidyabhushan says in his Gita Bhushana commentary on Bhagavad Gita, he says, Bhagavad Archana Rupeka Nishkama Karmipra Vishuddha Chittaha. He says that, मैं बोलूँगा या तुम बोलोगे? मारो उसे. So he says, Bhagavad Archana Rupeka Nishkama Karmipra Vishuddha Chittaha. He says, the ninefold process of bhakti, Navavidha bhakti, given by my spiritual master, including Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, etc., etc., is my life and soul. It does not matter whether I am in conditioned state of life or I am in liberated state of life. The ninefold process given by my spiritual master will be my life and soul. Kuch bhi ho, isme koi samjhota nahi, as I say in Hindi. No compromise, whatever happens. So it means that when we come to Krishna consciousness, if it means we have to get up for Mangalarati, it means we have to get up for Mangalarati. It means we have to chant 16 rounds, means we have to chant 16 rounds. It means we should take only Krishna Prasadam, means we take only Krishna Prasadam. Should follow 4 regulative principles, means follow 4 regulative principles, not 3. 16 rounds means 16, not 8. Because already Prabhupada has diluted the process for us. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada used to say 64 rounds. So when first Srila Prabhupada said 64 rounds, people couldn't do it. Then he said 32. He said, no, Swamiji, this is also difficult. So he said, okay, 16 and no less. He said, no less, cannot be less. So we have to chant at least 16 rounds a day. That is what is mentioned. So, or Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Every day we have to hear the Srimad Bhagavatam class. It is Bhagavata Sevaya means not just studying Bhagavatam, it means serving the Bhagavata also. Every day there should be serving Bhagavatas. Every day there should be study of Bhagavatam. That is Ekeha Kurunandana, Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. Single pointed, single focused, resolute determination. That is Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. And Srila Jiva Goswami mentions, Haro Rushte Gurustratam Guru Rushtena Kaschana Tasmat Sarvam Prayatnena Gurumeva Prasadayat. If, like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's line is given here, that Yasya Prasadat Bhagavat Prasado Yasya Aprasada Nagati Kutopi. So similarly, Jiva Goswami quotes a shloka in his Tattva Sandarbha that if Krishna is unhappy, the Guru can save you. But if Guru is unhappy, then what can happen to you? Therefore, whatever activity we do, Tasmat Sarvam Prayatnena, Guru Eva Prasadayat. This one thing is fine. Like Arjuna was told, Dronacharya asked all the Pandavas and the Kauravas, said, do you see that bird on the tree? Yes. Do you see the tree? Yes. Do you see the branch? Yes. Do you see the leaves? Yes. Do you see the bird? Yes. Move. Okay, do you see the tree? No, Gurudev. Do you see the branches? No, Gurudev. Do you see the leaves? No, Gurudev. Do you see the bird? Yes, Gurudev. Move. Arjuna, come here. Do you see the tree? No, Gurudev. Do you see the branches? No, Gurudev. Do you see the leaves? No, Gurudev. Do you see the bird? No, Gurudev. Then what do you see? I am seeing the eyes of the bird, Gurudev. Shoot. So that is Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. The first thing that Srila Prabhupada was told when he met his Guru Maharaj was what? You are an educated young man. You should go to the English speaking world and give them the message of Krishna consciousness. He took that as his life and soul. One of the sections of Prabhupada Lilamrita is called a lifetime in preparation. So Prabhupada met his Guru Maharaj first in 1922. He got initiated in 1933. He started back to Godhead in 1944. He entered Vanaprastha Ashram and Sannyas in 1955. He started ISKCON in 1966. He left the world in 1977. Every 11 years something important happened. But when disciples asked him that your Guru Maharaj met you first in 1922, what took you so long to give us mercy? He said, but I was always thinking, I was always praying. So he was preparing. Don't think that Srila Prabhupada just started ISKCON just like that. He used to go and pray at Advaita Acharya's temple in Shrita Mayapur and Shantipur. He used to cry before Rupa Goswami's Bhajan Kuti, Rupa Goswami's Samadhi in Radha Damodar temple. My spiritual master has given me this instruction. I don't know how to fulfill it. Please empower me. I am not qualified. Please empower me. So when we say Ekeha Kurunandana, my Guru Maharaj is known as Gopal Krishna Goswami Guru Maharaj used to say, work like everything depends on you. Repeat after me. Work like everything depends on you.
Everything depends on you.
Pray like
Everything depends on Krishna. Everything depends on Krishna.
So that's the point. You're clapping for yourself. So when Damodar Leela, Mother Yashoda, she used to bind Lord Damodar on the stomach, those ropes. It was always 2 inches short, right? What are the 2 inches? What are the 2 inches? What do they represent, the 2 fingers? Endeavor and mercy. So we have to work like everything depends on us. We have to try hard. But we should also back it with prayer. Little bit of prayer, little bit of care. Both are required. Then the work will get executed. Sometimes it is said, find the ends, the means will follow. When you know that Krishna consciousness has to be preached, that is the instruction of a spiritual master. I don't know how to do it. The disciple should never refuse the spiritual master for anything. Whatever he tells you, you should say yes first. Then you should try and do it. And if you have difficulty in doing it, then go back to the spiritual master and ask, I am facing this difficulty, how do I fulfill it? So in Narasimha Giridhar temple, in the morning, they have the prayer where they are saying that as per Srila Japataka Swami Guru Maharaj, the prayer is that, may Bangalore become the first Krishna conscious city in the world. So if that is Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, then how much work do we have to do? It is not Bahushaka. It's only one focus. Bangalore should become Krishna conscious. But that one shaka has so many upashakas. They will do so many things for that. Janma shartaka kori karo paropakar. First you should become Krishna conscious, then make others Krishna conscious. So this process is to ensure that first each one teaches himself or herself and then teaches others. First you teach yourself, then reach others, then teach others. And Prabhupada has given a beautiful spiritual sandwich. We have to just follow that program. Vyavasayatmika Buddhi for us is to ensure that we follow the full morning program. Mangalarati, Narasimharati, Tulsi Puja, Guru Puja, and Bhagavad class. Then take prasadam along with the devotees. If you are with your family, take with family. If you are in the temple, take with devotees. And then do 8 hours of practical service at least. If you're staying in the temple, work for Krishna. If you're staying at home, if you're staying at home and you're working somewhere, you work and give the results of that to Krishna. See, because Krishna consciousness is what Prabhupada is saying, that is a single-minded focus. Vyavasaya Atmika Buddhi means you should do everything that will help support your Krishna consciousness. If you're looking for a job, look for a job which will help you practice Krishna consciousness. If you're a student, ensure that while you're studying, you also give some time for Krishna consciousness. In IIT, there are so many students who are connected to us who chant 16 rounds every day. During exams also they chant. In AIMS, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, India's #1 medical institution, we have a weekly program. We have a weekly Gita class. And we have a weekly personal care counseling program. Many of them chant Hare Krishna, and AIMS doctors are the busiest people in the country. They are finding time to study. Every 15 days, somebody is disturbing him from behind. That is why he is getting disturbed. Bahushaka Kenantasya Buddhaya Avyavasayana. So, in IIT Delhi, I go there once in 15 days, 20 days to conduct a class for PhDs. People are pursuing PhD. Some 10 or 12 devotees are there. So they are finding time. Why can't we find time? PhDs are finding time. AIMS doctors are finding time. Young कौन सा rocket scientist है यहाँ पे बताइए? Is there any rocket scientist here who works for NASA? Even they have time. You're not sending rockets every day, right? By the way, who are you to find time? Time belongs to Krishna. Time is Krishna's energy. Kalo asmin lokakshekrat pravrto lokan samahartamiham pravritta. Krishna says, I am time. So all we can do is to do priority management. There is no such thing as time management. Time cannot be managed. You can only manage your priorities. You know that famous story of if you have rocks and pebbles and sand and water and air, what will you put first in the jug? You will put pebble, right? Then, next sequence. Okay, first you put pebbles, then you put sand, then? Okay, so there is no space for the rocks after that. But the rocks are the most important things to do. So you put the rocks in first, then you put the pebbles into the spaces. There will be more spaces between pebbles, you put the sand. There will be still some more space, you pour the water, and air is anyway there. So Vyavasaya Atmika Buddhi means choosing your rocks. What are your rocks? Our rocks are 16 rounds, at least 16 rounds. Our rocks are 4 regulative principles. Our rocks are studying Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. Our rocks are going to the temple. So put the rocks in first. Our rocks are 8 hours of work or 8 hours of study. Which class are you studying? How many hours do you study in a day? School, how long? You go to school or homeschooling? School. How many hours in school you study?
In school there are 8 periods.
How many hours? From what time to what time?
From 8:15 to 3:15.
That is how much time? 7 hours and 15 minutes with 1 hour lunch. Plus 2 half breaks. 5.5 hours. So you have 2.5 hours. Will you study at home 2.5 hours every day? Or you play? That's all. Which class are you? Okay, 8th. How many hours do you study? 8 periods is what time to what time?
Morning 8 to evening 5.
Okay, she is very intelligent. So that is 9.5 hours, 8 to 5:30. 1 hour lunch plus 2 short breaks. So that's 8 hours. So you don't study at home anymore. So school study is done. At least 8 hours plus whatever study you do. So the point I'm trying to make is, we should structure our life, we should plan our life in such a way that there is time for the soul, there is time for the mind, and there is time for the body. Time for the soul means spiritual activities. You are chanting, you are hearing, your prasadam, etc. Prasadam is both soul and body. Then time for the mind means good relationship, emotions that you spending time with devotees, spending time with your family. That is time for the mind. Time for the body means 6 hours rest, at least. And maybe 2 hours for eating, bathing, ablutions, etc. So 8 hours for the body, 8 hours practical work, study or office. It cannot be 8, maybe 10 hours, because in Bangalore just going to school will take 1 hour or office will take 1 hour. Okay, I was asking Vivek Prabhu on the way, he was dropping me. All of you know knock jokes? Knock jokes, you know? You know knock jokes? When I say knock, you should say who's there. Okay? Game. So I am in Bangalore. So I'm asking knock. Nobody, everybody's in traffic. So there is always extra time required for time wasters. There should be no time wasting. Because time belongs to Krishna. So Ayishya Kshana Ekopi na labhyate Suvarna Kotivihi. My Guru Maharaj used to quote this shloka often, Chanakya Pandit's statement, that even all the wealth in the world will not be sufficient to buy back one moment of time that is lost. So because we have to put the rocks in first, what we do when our body is healthy, what we do when our body is active, is what we can do when we are not active. Because there is a habit. Just like you switch off the fan, it will take some time before it comes to an end. Similarly, there is a momentum. When you are healthy, you are doing some practice. Just imagine if you have chanted very well 16 rounds. After you put down the beats also, you will feel like chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. It happens, right? It's like a momentum. So similarly, when our body and mind are healthy, when we give sufficient time to spiritual activities, when we are active, then it becomes abhyasa. This abhyasa remains with us at the time of death, which is something that all of us have to face. I was just speaking with our Vikram Prabhu. When he was coming back, he was taking me from the airport back to Narasimha temple. And I was telling him that every time I get into a flight, this has been happening only in the last 3 years. Earlier it was not like this. There is severe turbulence, turbulence, mausam kharab hone ke karan, that thing. So there was a problem in the flight. And every time there is something, there is always then there's a fasten your seat belt and then the flight goes like that, it starts going. And then some of the best chanting happens then. So we should remember, Prabhupada said this, that always chant with the understanding that death is right next to you. So if we can't chant attentively when we are alive, active, healthy, we will not be able to chant at the time of death. Because at the time, it's like sting of 40 scorpions, they say. Even one scorpion sting we can't handle. 40,000 scorpions, they say. I don't know what is the difference between 39,000 and 40,000. Still it will be very, very painful, extremely painful. Why? Because शरीर छोड़ के जा रहा है, एक किराएदार को घर से निकालना आसान है, they say in Hindi. Can you pull a tenant out of the house easily? He won't go. So similarly, the soul is occupied the body. It doesn't want to go. It's got attached to the body. So it's very difficult to live that time. So till the time we become Krishna conscious totally. We become Krishna conscious means we become conscious about ourself also. Ourself also. So when we do that, we become less and less attached to the body. So when it comes to death, it's just a matter of, Prabhupada says, it is just, you sleep and then you wake up. It's like that. Because you are less attached to the body, it doesn't make a difference. It's just change of dress. The more we are attached to the body, the more painful it will be. Vyavasaya Atmika Buddhi means to stay focused on the purpose of our life. Our purpose of our life is to love Krishna, is to develop love of Krishna. The more we try to develop love of Krishna, the less we will develop love towards our body. Bhagavat bhakti hinasya jati shastram japas tapa apranasya dehasya mandanam lokaranjanam. Without bhakti, whatever you do, Bhagavat bhakti vihinasya jati shastram japas tapa, all this apranasya, it is just decorating a dead body. Whatever you do, no matter what you do, is decorating the dead body. Therefore, we should add bhakti to whatever we are doing. And Krishna is so merciful. He's made it so easy for us. Let us go to 12th chapter. Do you have the screen on or no? In the 12th chapter, Krishna says, Tesham aham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavaminat chirat partha maya vashyata chetasam. This is the 7th shloka, 6th and 7th shloka. He says, those who are always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me. How can you fix your mind on somebody when your body is itself not in your control, your mind is not in your control? When you are healthy, you can. So you should practice doing that when we are healthy, trying to fix our mind on Krishna. Because Krishna said, Bhavamina chirat partha maya vashyata chetasam. I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. He is not saying just deliverer. He is saying swift deliverer. Very quickly, he immediately does that. Now, Krishna tells us, okay, we have said that Vyavasayatmaka Buddhi means to develop faith and faith in the process. Prabhupada uses the word. Faith means trust in something sublime. Prabhupada said that. So, this Krishna conscious faith, let us go to verse number 8. I will read the shloka, somebody can read the translation. Mayeva mana adatsva mai buddhim niveshaya nivasishyasi mayeva ata urdhvam na samshayaha. Yeah. So this Krishna is saying, this is the standard first. Fix your mind upon me, engage all your intelligence, then you will live in me without a doubt. Now somebody says, no Krishna, not practical, I have so many other things to worry about. I worry about my family, I have to worry about my office, I have to worry about my children, I have to worry about IPL, so many things I have to do. So what do I do? So Krishna says, Atachittam samadhatum nashaknoshi mayistiram abhyasa yogena tato mamichhaptum dhananjaya. You can read, some Prabhus can read the translation.
My dear Lakshmana, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me.
Shravanam Kirtanam will lead to Vishnu Smaranam. So if you cannot do Vishnu Smaranam, at least do Shravanam Kirtanam. Follow the 4 regulative principles and chant the 6 notes. Follow Vaidhi Bhakti, regular practice of Bhakti principles. So determination to perform Bhakti comes from following the principles of devotional activities. Devotional activities or devotional practices. So Krishna is saying at least follow the practices. Now if that is not possible, somebody says, no Krishna, I don't have so much time. So then, abhyase asamarthosi matkarma paramo bhava madartamapi karmani kurvan siddhimavapsyasi. Matas or Prabhus, who read last?
Yeah.
You read, so Prabhu, Mataji's. Somebody's mobile is disturbing the whole countryside. Whichever mobile rings now, it will be sold and money will be given to the temple. If you have a problem, don't sell it, just give the mobile. That is also fine. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Guru Maharaj, my spiritual master, he used to say, sometimes mobiles would ring in class, he would say, kitne besharam hai log. Imagine, no? In office, in a meeting, will you let your mobile ring? In school, will you let your mobile ring? You have a mobile. पकड़ा गया, इसके पास मोबाइल है. So in school, will you allow your phone to ring? No, you will not. Do you know that in a race course, I think there is a race course in Bangalore, very famous. There is even a race course road. In a race course is gambling, but they don't allow mobile. You know that? You cannot take your mobile to a race course. You can't take a mobile to college, you can't take a mobile to school, you can't take a mobile to even a race course, but you'll take it to temple. अब बीप बीप समझ नहीं रहा, मारो उसको, पकड़ो. You have 2-3 bags and 2-3 phones, huh? So Krishna is saying here that you apply your mind on me, meditate on me. If that is not possible, you follow the principles of, regulative principles of bhakti. If you cannot do that, Krishna is saying what? You at least work for me. By working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. Now somebody says, no, Krishna, I can't work for you, I don't have so much time. Then Krishna says, Athaitatapya shaktosi kartum madhyogam ashritaha sarvakarma palatyagam tatha kuruyata atmavan. Somebody can read the translation? Prabhus.
If however you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated.
See how merciful is Krishna. He says, first you meditate on me with your mind. You say, nah, I don't want. Then he says, okay, at least perform regulative principles of bhakti. Nah, okay, at least now what you do is you work for me. Nah, okay, at least give me the results of your work. सोचो हम कितने कम भक्त हैं. हम कम भक्त इसलिए कि हम कम भक्त हैं. We have very less devotion. इतना हिंदी तो सबको आता है. Please laugh. So we have so less devotion. That's why Krishna is giving so many options to come to him. So many alternatives. It's like an objective type test. Still we are failing. None of the above. 4 options is given. We are choosing none of the above. Just imagine. So this is the problem. Therefore Krishna is saying Bahushaka Kyanantascha Buddhaya Abhyavasainam. Because we have many shakas to worry about, including phones. Hey, you didn't tell them that, just turn on your phone. You should announce that in the beginning, no? Every time. At least then your part is covered. Now I will talk to you later. So we call it Shri Mobile, you know. You can leave your children behind at home. You can leave your husband and wife. You can't leave your mobile behind. Oh, no. So, there is a joke. The toilet and the bathroom and the toothbrush, they were arguing. The toilet and the toothbrush, they were arguing. Who is the first person the master uses first? Every day. They were arguing. As they were both arguing, the mobile was laughing. Yeah. So, it is called a cell phone because it puts you in a cage. It's a cell. Mic भी बंद कर दिया. Time हो गया क्या? I think some rule is there. Maybe 1 hour is over. They turned off the mic. So you're defending the center. Done? Actually, it's fine. Can you hear me, sir? Yes. Prabhus. Hari. Chalega. So, Krishna is giving us so many alternatives to surrender to him. So many options. So many means to surrender to him. But we are not surrendering to him. Because we are Bahushaka Kyanantascha. So Krishna is saying that you should have resolute intelligence. Your intelligence should be focused on how to surrender to me. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. That Mam ekam sharanam vraja is what is called Ekeha Kurunandana. Hare Krishna. So, this is ISKCON KR Puram. Single-pointed focus of performing devotion. Choosing the rocks every single time. Trying to work under the instructions of the spiritual master and follow it as one's life and soul. That should be the single goal. That is Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. We will have problems. Nobody is saying that we have no problems. But that person who, despite the problems, focuses on following the Krishna consciousness process, he will grow. Tell me, which person does a company reward more? The person who takes greater risk for the sake of the company, or the person who just okay chalta hai? In finance management there is a rule, greater the risk, greater the return. In bhakti also it is like that. When you take risks for Krishna, like Prabhupada did at the age of 70 after 2 heart attacks, going to an alien country, not knowing where to turn, left or right. Will these people take to Krishna consciousness? They don't even know what is God. Forget who is Krishna. Jagannath Rath Yatra is happening. Shyam Sundar Prabhu was carving the first Jagannath deities. At the top was a small aperture. He was using it as an ashtray. But Prabhupada encouraged him also. He can, don't use it, take less. Yamuna Mataji was rolling samosas. And she used to smoke. She wanted to go out and smoke. She couldn't smoke inside. She had to wash her hands, come in and do it. So Prabhupada used to stand in a queue for the toilet because all these pandars used to stand before him. Prabhupada, after initiating the first set of disciples, had to clean the place because they had already gone. Disciples had eaten and gone. Guru is cleaning the place. So, when you take so much pain for Krishna, what can Krishna do? He asked the devotee, like Kolavecha Sridhar was asked by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Mahaprakash Leela, what do you want, Sridhar? I can give you the entire universe. I can give you a whole planet. No, Mahaprabhu. Should I give you mukti? No, Mahaprabhu. Should I give you the Ashtasiddhis? No, Mahaprabhu. I will give you the kingdom of heaven. No, Mahaprabhu. I will give you the greatest of all material pleasures. No, Mahaprabhu. Then what do you want? You, Mahaprabhu. When you say that, what will Krishna do? I don't want anything, Krishna, I just only want you. When you say that, Krishna will be so indebted to you. He has to give himself. That is why Krishna will give everything. He will not give pure devotion. This morning's class also I said the same thing. Anybody was there? The morning class? No, okay. He said that it is said that you go to Krishna and say, Krishna, I want car, Krishna, I want car. Okay. Krishna, I want ghar, I want ghar. Krishna will give you car and ghar, but it will be karagar. So, when you go to Krishna, you should, what do you ask? You can ask, like Prahlad Maharaj said, Yadi dasya me kaman varam swam varadarshava, kamana mritya samruham bhavdastu pranevaram. My dear Lord, O greatest granter of benedictions, if at all you want to give me anything, take away the material desires from my heart. Please take away the material desires from my heart. Or, because why? Material desires means I want more, I want more. Krishna gives more, it is not like you will talk less, you will want more even. Or Prithu Maharaj prayed to the Lord, my dear Lord, you are like a father, you are a father, you are a loving father. You know what is good for your child. So please give me all that is good for me. That should be the kind of prayer we make before Krishna. That should be Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. No matter what happens, I will choose Krishna. No matter what problems I have, I will choose Krishna. No matter what adversity I have, I will choose Krishna. When I have a problem, I don't say Krishna, I have a problem. I say problem, I have Krishna. This was meant for clapping, this particular line. So, the fact is, since we have less faith, that faith has to be intensified. For that faith to be intensified, it has to be the practice of Krishna consciousness process in the association of devotees. That is the only way the faith will intensify. As the faith intensifies, we try to serve Krishna more. We will be more focused. When we serve Krishna more, we get mercy. We get the mercy to serve Krishna more. When you serve Krishna more, He gives us more mercy. With that mercy, we can serve Krishna more. And that is the cycle of Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. Single pointed, resolute intelligence. If you know what is free will, who knows what is free will? Free will.
Ability to do things on your own.
Ability or?
Your brain, you can make your own decision.
Okay. Free will means the intention to take decisions on your own, or intentions to do as you want. But how much free will do you have? How many people are in IT industry? Here? How many in IT industry? Okay. Can anybody turn off the mic? So at least I feel confident. Okay. What are the two numbers in computers?
0.
So free will. How much free will do we have? The government gives you license to drive. If you drive on the footpath and cause accidents, whose mistake is it? Government or you? Similarly, Krishna has given us free will. You can use the free will to either surrender to Krishna or not surrender to Krishna. If you surrender to Krishna, it is 1. If you don't surrender to Krishna, it is 0. Maya. Maya means nothing. Krishna Surya Sam Maya hai andhakar. Jaha Krishna nahi taha Maya radhikar. Everything Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat. Andar Bahishchatat Sarvam Vyapya Narayana Sthitaha. Everything is Krishna. Krishna is in the mic. Krishna is not the mic. So till we use the mic to serve Krishna, it is Krishna. We use the same mic to say, Bhaiyo aur behno, aapka vote dena chahiye. That is not Krishna. That is Maya. That's a choice. So free will means the choice. Do we choose Krishna? Do we choose Maya? Maya means nothing. Maya means that which does not have Krishna. Somebody asked Prabhupada the question, is evil there in God? Is there? Then how is God the source of everything? Okay, I'll give you a story and conclude. There was a man who was going to a barber shop, was in a barber shop. So he had a beard, the barber shaved his beard. Then he was saying that, my brother's son had cancer. We took him to the doctor. So much we tried, still the child died. I don't think there is any God. So he kept quiet. Obviously, somebody is putting knife on your head, you have to keep quiet. On your neck, you have got knife. So, oh, yes sir, yes sir. So then after shaving, he gave the money. Then he stepped out of the barber shop and peeped out for some time. Then he again went out. What are you doing, sir? He said, I have been looking out for a few minutes. I noticed that there are no barbers in this city. What do you mean no barbers? I just shaved you. No, for the last 5 minutes I have been looking out. There are so many people who are going with beards. You stupid man, they got beards because they did not come to the barber. So he said, you stupid man, you have problems because you didn't go to God. You didn't go to God, so you face problems. And if you go to God, it is not like God doesn't give problems. There may be problems, but God will give you the strength to deal with those problems. Same pothole-filled Bangalore road. Maruti Suzuki 800 is also going, and Mercedes-Benz is also going. Same roads. Where will there be? Where will there be? Where be? इतने लोग पागल हैं 70 लाख दे रहे हैं वही where will there be more bumps I'm asking you say Mercedes why Mercedes-Benz has got better shock absorbers so when you take shelter of Krishna with Vyavasayatmika Buddhi every situation every problem prioritizing the process of Krishna consciousness, then Krishna will give us the ability to handle the problems that will come on the way. It is not like there will be no problems, but we'll be able to handle them better. Because, remember, problem, I have Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki? Questions, comments? I don't know if you have time for questions. It's already 7:40. 10 minutes, okay. Questions, comments?